Okay, this is take 3. I don't know why I'm having such problems. I'm just going to try to really not jiggle any wires. So my first step is to, and I'm pretty sure I want to go with this paper. I like to just stick to the papers I have in my kit so I don't go off wandering trying to find every single color in the universe, although sometimes I like to play around just a little bit. And I like this weight of paper because it's thicker, and so I've got 2 choices with that. This isn't quite thick enough. I don't mind this type of a paper for on top, but I like to use a thicker cardstock on the bottom. So let's just see. That might be good. I like this one because it is brown, but it brings in the blue, and it's got the stripes. So that's a winner. I'm going to use that. I'm just going to cut that into 8.5 by 11. And all of the pages in this album are 8.5 by 11. So I'm just going to try to start composing the page without jiggling any wires here. And so I want these to be, this is a page about my grandfather from 1922, and he was photographed by this famous photographer, Bachrach, something like that. So he's going to make the little pocket. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not. This was his name on the back, and I don't really feel like I have enough room, but I sort of might. I don't think I do. So that might just go into the pocket instead. And now I'm looking for, let's see, something to make on that pocket. So this is a bit of a different, and I'm thinking I just want to go pretty basic with whatever I'm using on that pocket. So I like to keep all of my supplies in a little container and then pop the container out and just use what's in that container, and that speeds things up quite a bit. So just look at what like a black background would look like, and let's just see. I'm thinking I probably want to go with like a light blue. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to go with. And now I'm just trying to choose the shape of what kind of a pocket, like whether the pocket's going to go on the whole page. And I think it is not, but I think I want my pullouts to be sort of near the top. So I would like to see them about there. And here. So I don't think you can totally see that. That's what I want them to look like. So, and I think I want to make it sort of obvious that this is a pocket. So if my page is 8.5 by 11, I want this to be probably 8.25 or 8 and a little bit. This edge. Just trying to take the 8. I'm going to just try 8 and a little bit. Let's see how that, yeah. So that just goes and shows that it is a pocket. And then I need it to be about to here. So I'm just going to make a little line with my thumb and cut that. And now I'm going to stitch. I like to stitch the pocket onto the page because I just think it's sturdier that way. But you know what? I don't really want my things going down that far. Oh, I forgot about that. So I guess they could go like this. I'm just going to have to fold them another way and maybe back them. But those are the 2 printouts from the internet that I made. So I sort of want these to go like this, and I'm going to stitch this with some white thread. So I'm not going to move I've been having camera problems, so instead of moving anything and chancing the disconnection again, I'm just going to, and I'm trying to think of whether I want these to, whether this pocket should be rounded, and I don't think so. Okay, so I'm just going to sew it down. So you won't see me for a second. This is part of my Century Scrapbook project, and I'm making one page for each year of the 19th century. And I have lots and lots of family photos. I am, you know, like the family historian, so I'm the one that everybody says, oh, we've got some old photos, here you go. So I'm trying to put them in some type of order so that whoever inherits them will be interested. Because I think in this world of all this, you know, my kids are on the internet and the iPhones all the time. I think it's going to be maybe hard to get them interested in some old black and white photos. But perhaps if they're organized and there's some stories there, and you know, the stories don't have to be fully developed stories, because I really don't know. But this album is just to have layouts where I'm giving sort of a taste of what else is in my family history library, because I've set up like a library in some 3 bookshelves, and I'm putting everything into chronological order. And I've got lots of family history documents. Let's see. Almost done. Okay. So here we go. So here's my page, my pocketed page. And I just like to sew all the way around the top, just because I think that's fun. So there's the photos. This arrangement isn't working. I don't completely see what I'm doing. I'm just going to move this stuff over here just a little bit, just so you can see better. Okay, so here we are. And this is just going to go. I'm just going to put him down now, just so I don't think about it much longer. I like to do that just to keep things moving. I find that if I don't tack everything down, then I'll rearrange it, and if I just tack things down, then I'm more apt to get things done. So I adhere as I go, and then I find more things. So a couple of stories I want to tell on this page are the stories that come from those articles about the photographer, but also I'm going to guess that and I just wonder, like, what kind of a, like, how long was, you know, they had to drive to Boston to get these done, I think. in 1922, which was during the Great Depression. But my my great grandfather, I think, was some kind of banker, and they actually did okay during the Depression, is from what I hear. So, you know, they got the fancy dancy photographer at a time when times were tight. So that kind of tells, like, either, you know, they super saved up or they had enough money to go do this. And I wonder how much it cost. That might be something that I Google to find out. So there's the page so far, and I'm so afraid I'm going to lose the connection again, but I'm going to try, because I really do want to see about how much. So I'm going to go Google that now, and I'm just going to Google how much did a Baccarat portrait cost in 1922. Let's see. So I'm getting results for how much that portrait of Thomas Edison was. Okay, well, I'm seeing something on the photography for Baccarat in on Boylston Street in Boston, but they say sadly this has closed, it looks like. So that's not really giving me what I want. And so I'm just doing a little bit of research. I don't want this research to, like, get me down some rabbit hole of now it's much, you know, now I'm spending a whole lot of time. Let's see. I don't see much. Let me just see. I'm gonna just modify my search. Well, this isn't very interesting, is it? How to price photography. My aunt says that this is probably worth this picture, and this is just a scan of the picture, but it's probably worth something, and so I don't know if it actually is or not. Well, gosh, I can't figure that out easily, so I'm gonna skip it. Maybe I'll just do the cost of living in 1922. That's pretty nice in general, right? Okay, so here is the costofliving.com. That's interesting. Let's see what it says. The cost of living in 1922. Oh, this is neat. It doesn't look very printable though, and what I'm really looking for is something that's printable. My daughter and her little friend are laughing their heads off. The cost of living in 1922 at ask.com. No. There must be a site for this where you can, let me just look at images. Sometimes when I'm not finding what I want in Google, I'll just do like an image search. Oh, you know what might be fun is like the ad, newspaper ad for Baccarat Studios in the 1920s. Let's see if we got that. Nope. Lots of pictures of Jack Kennedy. Well, I'm not seeing anything. So to keep things moving, I am not gonna dwell. And that's my real lesson for this project is it's neat to find something, but if you don't, just keep moving. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But he's going to go in here, and I don't think I need this last bit, so I'm just going to cut that right off. And now I want to map this on something, maybe that blue. Let's see, maybe this blue. It just doesn't, just want that to be slightly smaller. Okay, so my guillotine cutter is just not as sharp as it used to be. I wonder if there's a way to sharpen it. Okay, that works a little better. Yep. And I'm just going to glue stick that down. And I like to use a magazine underneath when I do the glue sticking, so I don't get glue everywhere. Oops. Okay. And so today I really am just trying to find my my mojo with the scrapbooking, because really I just I'm not totally feeling it. And sometimes I think it's okay to walk away from scrapbooking until your mojo comes back, but sometimes I feel like if I walk away, I just want to make sure I walk back. So I'm just doing a little bit just to ensure that I will really come back. Oh, that looks all right. I like that. So that shows that part of it. And I don't know, I don't really care about this little bit, so I'm gonna toss that. And then I want this to go here, and I don't think that's gonna fit, so I just need a different piece of paper underneath there. Maybe, nope. I just am looking for like a scrap paper that's not gonna take away from the main event. Oh, I think I found a little something here. But we've got this just basic thing on this side. That looks just fine. Get my magazine back out here. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear those kids, but they've got my old Fisher-Price toys out, and I really should be taking pictures of them. I haven't really been taking a lot of pictures recently, so I need to get, that could be why I don't feel like scrapbooking lately, is I haven't been taking a lot of pictures or really doing that many exciting things, and life feels kind of humdrum. So one nice thing about scrapbooking is I think that sometimes scrapbooking kind of forces you to go do it, some more exciting things with your life. Because otherwise you don't have anything to scrapbook. So it kind of gives you a reason to go out and do something fun. So there we go. We can just we can see that that's Kennedy and his wife. You don't have to see their whole faces. Actually, I kind of like them peeking. And he is as low as he can go. Okay, so there we go. And now I just really need the why of this and who this is. And I did have, oh, where did it go? I don't know where it went. But I do have these letters, which are chipboard letters, which I don't always love on, and I don't think I'm going to have two number 2s. This is going to be the problem. These are, looks like sassafras. Oh, I do. Can you hear those screaming their heads off? 1922. So I think that's going to be like that too is going to be much too large and weird. But maybe not. Let's keep figuring it out. I wish they would give us more number 2s. They gave it 3 number 2s on this one, but one of them's already been used. So we'll just put that one back. So I don't think I'm going to use this one. I would like to use some kind of an image of a camera because this is really about the photographer. So I've got this Smash that might have something. Just looking really fast. And I don't think so. It seems like it would. This looks like a movie camera though. And I just want... Okay, well, I might use this one though. This is not... This says great blogs and sites, but I don't really want that part of it. I think I want... This part might work here. No, I don't. The arrow's just going the wrong way. So that looks funny. So that's a no. And this is the part of the process where I'm really trying to like eliminate things. So this is probably a no, a no, a no. So I'm taking these things and putting them off to a different side. Here's another, well, that's a maybe. I kind of like this this color in the journaling card. That's a maybe for underneath. So I might just put that down here. This is probably no, no, no. Well, I don't know. That's a maybe. It's a weak maybe. And now I'm looking for, what I'm thinking of is what am I going to make my title with? And I've really been relying on this one set of thickers. These are neat. I've never opened these up before. Well, I'm definitely going to use those on something soon, but probably not this layout. Oh, 31. That could go on my 1931 page. I'll have to remember that. Or another thing I can do with that is just take this one out and put it into my notebook, my Century Scrapbook notebook, where I think I'll do that right now while I'm thinking of it. So this is my notebook. It's just a regular Office Depot kind of a notebook, and I've done 1935, but I have not done 1932. So in the back here is where I keep things that in order of chronology. So this is 1929 or 30. So this would go about here, 31. So I'm just going to grab a page protector and then put it where it would go. And so I think I will just continue to keep my eye out for numbers, because that's the part that I've kind of been struggling with, is finding the right numbers for my titles in this series. So that'll be ready. I'll have to remember that. It'll be interesting to see if I actually remember it. Let's see. So I don't think this is going to work, even though it's cute. I don't think, oops, this is not going to work. No. So this is my no pile. This is those stickers I've been using a lot of, but you know, 20. I need 2 2s, 22. This is these are some embellishments that really look like they would work on this page. So I'm just going to set these down for a second. Yeah, I'm going to skip these, but these are more that look. Oh, I wish there was a photograph or a camera on there. Whoops. But I don't see one. Let's see. That's probably a no, but maybe a maybe. And then this is a, oh, there's a 2, but I need a 22. But I like the look of this. It's State Fair by Studio Calico. And here is, I like the A because that's my grandfather, Alan. So I'm going to put that in my maybe. And Edison, isn't he the light bulb guy, right? I think he is. Edison? Thomas Edison. I'm pretty sure he was the light bulb guy. But I think I'll just check that. No, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have to check that. But now I feel like I do. Okay, here's let me see if I have some 2s. I have 1, 2. How annoying is that? So that's not going to work. These kind of papers I really like to use for dates. So if I can find the number 19 and then find 22, that works, but I don't see those. So that's a no. I think that is a no. So now, yeah, I'm just kind of eliminating the things in my kit. And if I absolutely don't find something in here, like that's not going to work. This is totally the wrong kind of a font. And then these are just pattern papers. I don't really think any of that is going to work either. Then I will go look in my, I'll get out of my kit and go look in my letters. But I like to keep some letters, and so I think the moral of that story is maybe keep more letters in my kits than I do, because I always seem to be looking for numbers and letters. This is another maybe. I think I'm doing a pretty good job with keeping some sticker options in there, but oh, perfect. I found a camera. It's not an old camera, but it is a camera, and that is totally going to work. But I would like to put it here, but I don't want it to go, I want to be able to see that it's Baccarat Studio, and then I might have to fold this at the bottom. So I'm going to put this, and I'm sure that wasn't the kind of camera, but that's alright. It works pretty good. Okay, and I did cover up the H just a little bit, and I'm going to put something on the back here, but I'm also going to just fold this so it's going to sit lower on the page. Because I don't mind if things stick up, but I don't want them sticking up like a ton. So that'll be, I think that'll be good. And the color is perfect with the brown and the blue. So yay to that. Yeah, that's a no. So all these things are no, no, no. So now what I like to do is, even halfway through my layout, I almost like to start cleaning up. And I know that sounds so weird, but I really like to clean up after every layout so that I feel, it's easier to come back into my scrapbook studio and do something. Because if it's a super big mess, then it's no fun at all. But it is fun to get messy during, but not so much that I can't put it all away easily. So, okay, and now I found that little, his name. I'm still not totally sure where that should go, and I need a backing for this thing. I'm not sure I'm going to get that same shape. I don't even know where that shape came from now. Whoops. Oh well. So those are some options for my embellishments, because I've done that little process of elimination thing. And then here's that. I just think that would be fun to use this. I don't know where. I don't know if I can get this off. And I think this one might be too big. Oh no! I'm wrecking it. That might be cute with the, because that's, so I'd be covering up studios, but I'd just be, I kind of like that. And then that might be cute like this. So I would be covering up some of the words, but you know what? I think you can kind of guess as to what those words are and who those people are. So they're just going to peek out a little. Can you see that? So I'm just putting the embellishments kind of in the middle, which is weird. Maybe they shouldn't go in the middle like that. Yeah, I think they should. Okay, so I just really need to cover up the back of that. And I think I'm just going to use some paper. I've seen, remember Sandy Genevieve's? She used to just like put some powder on the back. But I'm not going to mess with powder. Just going to put some paper on the back and then cut around. Just so that it's not sticking to anything. And it's backed. Oops. Sorry, I don't think you can see that. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so I've got Thomas Edison with the light bulb. So that makes sense, right? And then the Kennedys with the photography. I think they were hounded by the paparazzi. So that's probably a good match too. And so now I probably, because I've got two of these like sticker embellishments, I probably want to use another one down at the bottom to go near the date. And then I'm going to need some space for some journaling. And then I might put some more doodads on there. But I might not. I don't think these pages need a lot of embellishing. I think they're they can be pretty simple and to the point. And I got a comment from my friend Katie K today on my blog, and she was saying how she also inherited a whole bunch of family history, and I like the way that looks. And she really, you know, she's got so much going on now that I kind of like the idea of a map, even though this is, I know, probably not a map of Boston. I like the idea of a map down here just because they had to go to Boston. I also like how that's sort of a tone-on-tone. And I probably shouldn't have just done that, but that's part of the process, is to just stick it down and then keep on going. So I really, oh, this 11. You know what? 1911. Wouldn't that be fun? Or 2011.
Ice cream party.
After you do the dishes. I already told you that. You already knew that.
Never mind.
Okay, well.
Come on, Vivian. Let's just go straight to your house.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm not amused by that. Oh, there's drama out there.
Let's just do the dishes out. I'm not gonna. I'll do the dishes, Katie.
Thank you. A guest shouldn't have to do the dishes, but I appreciate that.
Me too.
Allison?
You're gonna do the dishes too? No.
Yes.
Fine.
Attitude?
Seriously?
Okay, so one of my little mental notes right now is if you're doing this project and you come across a number, like go quick, put it in the album right away. Okay, so I really do want to use this A because this is my Grandpa Alan, and I'm just going to put it here, and I'm not going to I'm not adhering it down too hard. So this is just going, so it's covering up the edge of that map. And then I kind of like this too. And I'm really now in the mode of let's just keep it moving because I got other stuff to do for real. Okay, so here we go. And I'm not crazy about this gap, but maybe I'll just do a little bit of writing in that gap. And it's stuck, so there we go. Well, no, it's not totally stuck. Okay, I kind of like the idea of this coming out the other side though. Let's see if we can do that. Oops. I'm just gonna try to get this out this side.
No, that's dirty.
And then I think that's working. No, maybe not. Let's see.
Can't believe you did that. It's funny.
Okay.
So,
Now I just really want to make this super straight.
hey, you need to unload the bottom too. Oh.
But there is like a little gap there on the back.
You need to keep them in here, then take that out.
So I'm making that other sticker like kind of longer. But I really want this to be straight. I also really want to finish this now. So I can go supervise. Let's see. Here we are. Okay, that's looking good enough. Right? And then this is going to go a little bit over this. Okay, now I don't care about the gap as much. And I think I'm just gonna tuck that his name back in there. It's not really obvious, but I know it's in there. And so I want to put the date on this page, and I also want to write just a little something about that portrait studio. But now I'm getting to the, let's get done with it, stage of the layout. And I think I've messed with it enough. All I want to do is find, I need to find the numbers, and I'm pretty sure the numbers might go here, but and then the journaling over here. I'm not sure. They could be yellow to tie in with this yellow. Let's try that. So I'm just looking real quickly for some yellow letters that are going to be about that size. Yellow numbers. And this is one of the things I keep all of my numbers and letters. So I'm just looking for some yellow ones. And I used to really have them in order by color, but the more I dig through them, the more they get jumbled up. Because I'm not always awesome about putting them back where they go. These could work, but I want a more official looking font. This could maybe work if there's numbers, and there are, but there's only one number 2. How annoying is that? That's pretty annoying. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to run into that problem a lot, actually. With just one number 2. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to solve that problem. This might work. Here's a 2. Oh, there's only one number 2. So that doesn't work again. How lovely. I really want more numbers and everything. So, there's another one, and the 2 is used. Okay, so that's not working. I do have these little bags full of numbers and letters, and I think I have some numbers in here. me just see if I already have some numbers all cut out. Here's the 2. I just keep them on this little jump ring. Oh, I think this might work. And this is a map also. So I think it's going to work. I hope. Okay, and I think I can even get it to be sort of yellow. So there's a 2 and that's the wrong color. I found one. Haha. Okay, this totally works, I think. And so this is kind of telling that story of, you know, she had to pack up, my great-grandmother packed up, she didn't have to, but she packed up her kid and took him into Boston to get the fancy photograph. So there we go. I don't really like, I'm not crazy about the contrast there, but things are heating up in the other room. So I really need to finish.
I'll show you where stuff goes. You can use the coffee cup. The coffee cup's going here.
Here we go.
I'll do the plates and bowls.
Okay, I'm not thinking that's, I really don't love that. No, it's not working. That's not working. It's almost working, but I don't think it's working. So that was a good idea, but I don't think it worked. I'm going to put those back and plow forward. And I might need to stop. But you can see there's only a couple things to finish here. Let me just look in one more place. I also have, you know, it's not like I don't have letters and numbers. I have lots and lots of them, but not the totally right ones that I want. I'm looking for the right size and the right color. So this is not, okay, so this, what I'm looking at here is, this is not the right color, but I can cut, I mean, I don't want pot shaped, but that's about the right color, and I think that can work in that space if I cut them. Or, oh, if this only had 2 number 2s, but I've used the other 2. No, I see them right here. Okay, I'm using these. These are like, these are perfect. These are like velvety. But otherwise I would have just cut the numbers out, and I think that could have worked. But I'm really glad I found the other option. Woohoo! Okay, so here we go. And this works in the, and see, this is my mind's eye, and they've given us 4 number 2s. See, that's the way to do it, people. There we go. So I almost think I'm gonna do 19. Now if I put the 1922 over it this way, it's going to be more prominent, but then I'm going to need to have a little something more over here or somewhere to kind of tell that story. Or I could even really tell the story on the backs of one of these, not this one, but this one could tell the story of that. And then I could, yeah, I might do that. 1922. Okay. But I almost feel like with how heavy this is, it needs a little something extra over here. But I do like the way these look. I'm just going to tighten them up just a little bit. But I think they stand out enough, and that's really, for this page, what I want. So I'm going to make them look like they're not completely...
This space is big enough.
I
Can I go here?
think I might even just want to tighten that up. I don't really want to be over the typewriter.
Just show me the stuff if you're not sure.
So I'm really squeezing them in there.
The silverware if you're not sure where.
There we go, 1922, and I'm happy with that. And I actually could do just a tiny bit of journaling there. I think I want to do a journaling spot here. But at this point, I think I'm going to say I'm done. We're going to have a little ice cream party, and I'm going to help them finish up those dishes. So there we go. I'm Katie Scott with Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking, and this is part of my Century Scrapbook album. Thank you for watching.